Hi everyone, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet, sweet like you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who has followed, watched, reposted any of my snippets and followed along to the story of my upcoming book, Trinkets. It's coming together quite well. Uh, I've been away from posting for the last few months I've been trying to perfect the book. Aside from my work schedule, when anyone asks what I'm up to, it's working on my book. I'm working on my book. I'm up many nights from 2, 3 a.m. writing, and sometimes I'll go to work at 7 a.m. on 2 hours sleep. I get home and then I write. The next day, I'm rewriting what I wrote the previous night. Uh, I have at least 15 versions of the book, all in rough drafts. Some of it's complete word vomit, but I'm taking inspiration from every one of those drafts, and I'm finally coming along to finalizing it for the better. And as I spent the last 3, 4 years trying to make it as great and entertaining as I can, um, not only do I want to write it the way I want it to be written, but I want to make it as enjoyable for the reader as well. One of my last posts I made several months ago was my printer printing out a page that wrote 100-page introduction finalized. That's not the final version. Uh, uh, Other writers or authors can relate to that probably, especially ones with ADHD. It's never the final version. I'll just rewrite and rewrite. But I wrote several new scenes, developed several characters that weren't fully developed, and now they're completely fleshed out. Fixed some continuity errors. Continuity error. Reworded several sentences or dialogue, I guess. Oh yeah, sentences and dialogue. Overall, I just made things make more sense. So I'm here today to apologize for my absence and my lack of snippets for Barner Trinkets. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But right now, I really need to focus on finalizing this book and get it published or self-published before I continue making any more videos, as I need to protect my work. Because I've worked way too hard on this to allow anyone to try to steal my creative ideas, jokes, or story without some kind of publication to my name. So I really hope you all understand how important finishing this story is, because without this story finished, I can't present to you the snippets. And the one thing I'm a little concerned about is TikTok's censorship, because if uh, the novel had a, what's it called, content rating, it would probably be rated R. Now, kids, there's better vocabulary to use than swearing, which the book does have a couple F-bombs, but the one thing I'm really concerned about that is frowned upon by TikTok's terms and services is that a few characters in the book really like to participate or partake in lettuce. Yeah, they like lettuce. So I got to figure out ways around that. Um, what else should I talk about? One more thing is that this introduction was never really meant to exist, kinda, if that makes sense. Like, so I wrote the story, I wrote a draft of the story, and I thought, no, there needs to be like a backstory. I need to like talk about. I need to go back before all this happened and just explain a few things. Uh, Turns out that explaining a few things is, and I'm almost complete. Almost complete. I'm now surpassing 101,000 words, and the main story hasn't really started yet. So, I'm coming to the conclusion that I may need to release the book in volumes. So, this could be volume one. The genre of this story is a murder mystery comedy, and it can be very cartoony and slapstick at times, and other times it can be dark and creepy. And it's all set on Noah's Ark. So I hope you'll stick around at least until this volume one is completed. and I hope you all get to hear my work soon. And thanks for listening, and goodbye. Wow, this is nerve wracking.